Wake up early, hit the road, load it up, we're in go mode.
What's good, fam? Yes, sir. We back in this thing, baby. It's time for another load. But we ain't going nowhere just yet. It's that Friday pickup, Monday drop off. You know how much we like those. And I know y'all probably looking like, BG, we ain't seen you in a couple days. Where you at? I'm back at the house, baby. I'm back at the house. We're in Houston, baby. This load picks up in Houston. And it's going 457 miles to Theodore, Alabama. I think Chip trying to be slick on me. I think he's trying to go back out there and check on his girl. But either way, fam, I know y'all like, BG, what are you doing? You was in Savannah, Georgia. Well, I'm going to explain all that. I seen some stuff and I learned some things. There's some stuff I've been eyeing. It's kind of a mix of what I told y'all back when we started that video when we picked up in Malden, Missouri, that was going to Alva, Oklahoma. Remember that video when we started and I told y'all I was going to talk to you about something, but I had to turn around, go switch out the wrong load to get the right load, and they switched the whole conversation. Well, I'm bringing that one back up because I was already going to talk about that, and I seen some other stuff that solidified some things, and I learned some extra things, and brokers taught me more things. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to put that together. But don't worry. We loaded. We about to get up out this thing. And I'm just going to go back to the house because it don't drop off till Monday. And then we're going to slide out and do a little bit of night riding when that time comes. So we can go and slide on over to old Theodore, Alabama. But yeah, 457 miles from where I'm at. But right now, I'm finna turn the GPS off and go back to the house. I just be putting it on so I can get the exact mileage because we get receipts over here. Y'all be nosy. It's receipts. I'm not just sitting here making up numbers in my head. We just got receipts. So I'm not going to show y'all all the time. You just got to trust your boy. 457. Do it yourself. Put it in your own GPS. But yeah, we're about to go to the house. And I'll pick y'all back up when it's time to ride out and go to Theodore, Alabama. Just get some rest. Well, I'm finna get some rest. It's just going to be a few seconds for you. I'm going back to the house and chill. I'll tap back in with y'all later.
Every mile, every sign, that's the hustle, that's the grind. Daily grind, BG gon' get it done. Working hard from sun to sun. Cargo van, we roll, we shine. Building dreams one load at a time. Our package here, deliveries there. Chasing goals everywhere. Step by step, we're moving fast. Building a future that will last. Daily grind, BG gon' get it done. Working hard from sun to sun. Cargo van, we roll, we shine. Building dreams one load at a time. Rain or shine, we on the way. Making progress every day. This is more than just a ride. It's the hustle and the pride. Daily grind, BG gon' get it done.
You know what time it is, fam. Gotta get in that night ride. And man, feeling good. I even took a little bitty nap. I'm well rested, fully charged. Me and Chip ready to go. We already gassed up. About to leave the crib on full, trying to get this work in. Don't worry, you gonna ride with me. I know y'all like night riding with your boy. So go ahead, sit back. Cause it's time for your boy to lock in. It's time to get up this road, baby. I'm gonna tap back in with you in a little bit.
Sun to sun, cargo van, we roll, we shine. Building dreams one load at a time. Late nights, headlights glow, stacking miles, watch us grow. Every turn, a story told, chasing dreams, turning goals to gold. Daily grind, BG gon' get it done. Working hard from sun to sun, cargo van, we roll, we shine. Building dreams one load at a time. CPS and coffee strong, that's the rhythm, that's our song. Through the grind we find our peace. Every drop off brings relief. Daily grind, BG gon' get it done. Working hard from sun to sun. Cargo van, we roll, we shine. Building dreams one load at a time. On freedom rides in every lane. We worked hard to break these chains. Now the roads are open doors. Living life, we ask no more. Daily grind, BG gon' get it done. Working hard from sun to sun. Cargo van, we roll, we shine. Living free one road at a time. So here's to the dreamers, the movers, the brave. To every mile we give, every goal we save. From dawn to dark, we take our stand. Living free with keys. Don't worry. Wake up early, hit the road, load it up, we're in go mode. Every mile, every sign, that's the hustle, that's the grind. Daily grind, BG gon' get it done. Working hard from sun to sun. Cargo van, we roll, we shine. Building dreams one load at a time. Our package here, deliveries there. Chasing goals everywhere. Step by step, we're moving fast. Building a future that will last. Daily grind, BG gon' get it done. Working hard from sun to sun. Cargo van, we roll, we shine. Building dreams one load at a time. Rain or shine, we on the way. Making progress every day. This is more than just a ride. It's the hustle and the...
Yeah, fam, we here, baby. I just gotta go down to the main gate. You know, GPS took me to the main office. Gonna go down here to this main gate. We gonna get this up out of here. Give me a second. We been riding all night. Let's go ahead and get up here and drop this thing off. I'll tap back in with you.
Daily grind, BG gon' get it done. Working hard from sun to sun. Cargo van, we roll, we shine. Building dreams one load at a time. Late nights.
Straight up, yeah. That's why. Yeah, fam, yeah. The load been over with. I told y'all that in the live. I owed y'all some videos because I disappeared. I came to the house, took another load, dropped them off. It was a long day. I'll get in all that in a minute because it's 2 videos I owe you, and then we just finishing up this one. That load that picked up, it was Deer Park, Texas, on over to Theodore, Alabama. 457 miles. They paid your boy the $1.14 a mile. Yeah, we got the $5.25 for that load. Hey, real nice and easy, but that was a long day. I dropped that load, picked up another load, which I got to finish that video. That's the one we went back to Cameron, Louisiana. It was a good day. This load plus the next load came out to a nice day. I ain't gonna tell you the total yet because I already did in the live. Yep, I sure did. Either way it go, that Monday was a long Monday, and I think it came out to 11.25 or something like that. Yeah, 11.25. This load was the 5.25, so obviously 5.25 minus 11 from 11.25, that means the next one's 600. You'll see that in a minute. After I get through with this video, I'm gonna get the other one done because I'm already loaded with another load. It's a bunch going on. You know your boy be all over the place. But I told y'all I'd tell y'all what happened, because before this load, you knew your boy was in out there in Atlanta, and I did recon. Now I'm going here. You tell you right now, Big Ann, I took your advice. I got some rest, so I chilled out. I chilled out because you said it. You might need to chill. So when I dropped off in Savannah, Georgia, this is my loads back. That was the Tulsa, Oklahoma. Keep up, new fam. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the video I'm talking about is the old one that went from Tulsa, Oklahoma to Savannah, Georgia. That was that load. And so after I dropped it off, didn't really find nothing in Savannah, which I wasn't mad. I kind of already had the plan to get back in the circle, because we talk about when you're on the outside of the circle, get to your closest point, which was Atlanta. But I was still looking. And so as I was driving, before I left Savannah, let me rewind, I missed the load. And I'm like, whoa, that's not normal. It was a normal load I normally would get, but I guess I negotiated a little too hard for him. I didn't talk to him on the phone. It was through email. But anyway it go. I was like, all right, whatever. I normally would have got that one, but that wasn't my load. You know how I think. That's for somebody else. I wasn't supposed to take it. So I started moving my way towards Atlanta, and I was watching the board, and I'm like, these numbers look real funny. I was like, because, you know, we got fam out in Atlanta and out on that East Coast. I'm like, these numbers looking real funny from the last time I was here. This ain't what they used to look like. So when I got to Atlanta, I didn't have that load, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to listen to fam. Big Ant said, take some break. I was like, let me go ahead. I'm going to chill out. And so I chilled out. And while I was at the hotel that day, I said, you know what? I decided. I said, I got to figure this out because the numbers looked weird. So I'm like, I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to spend a day in Atlanta and watch this board. So I started watching the board. And I had already seen this coming. I spotted it in certain markets. But I didn't see it this bad all at one time. It might have been a bad day, could have been. I'm just telling you what I observed through my research. Like I said, I've been seeing it in different places. I see it all the time in Florida. You see it in California. I seen it before. I just hadn't seen it like this in the circle of Special Atlanta. So here's a couple things that I picked up on. You know your boy gonna talk to people, talk to brokers and all that. And I finally got one to talk to me. One of the things, is we know about the courier companies. And one of their tactics is when the load pops up, they send a whole bunch of people like that. It's like it automatically calls. And I'm like, how do they know to automatically call? Like, explain it to me. And because I don't know if you've seen it. I'm gonna put all this stuff up. So keep up with me, because it's just gonna be up on the screen. They'll be like, I've seen where it'd be like, no, certain carrier company be like, no Fox or something like that, no Landstar. Well, one I seen popped up, I've seen this before, but this time it was stand out. It said, Empire, do not call from 10 lines, call from one number. So I called the broker. I'm like, hey, explain this to me. He said, what happens is they put the loads on the board, and the broker's company, the carrier companies, just a bunch of their phones just start ringing. I told y'all that would be ringing and be on hold. That'd be them sometimes too. Like, it's everybody calling, I get it. But they have those courier companies that are just a bunch of phones of like 5, 6, 7, 8. In their case, 10. I don't know if he was exaggerating. It's like it'll just be 10 in a row, and it's like, remember we talked about it. I was like, do the dispatch companies and all that, or the courier companies or the dispatchers, I don't know if they negotiating right for y'all. Remember that video? Go back and watch it if I know what I'm talking about. And I was like, can you explain it? And I told y'all before, brokers be like, man, they just be telling numbers and they don't counter, they don't do this and that. And that's probably why. They got all these calls, and so the courier company or whatever person that's on one call might be saying one thing that's totally different than the other person and the other person and the other person, because they're trying to get loads to keep their people moving. I get it, but they're bombarding it. So as you, as the one individual or one dispatch trying to call, you going against everybody, not just the regular drivers, owner operators, but the courier companies that have, I guess, they lines that just can call everybody. So I got that information. So I'm like, okay, I see this. And so I had been seeing another thing where they was asking for Sprinter vans. And I was like, but why are they asking for these rates? Now, again, it's all going to be up here. Just keep up with what numbers I'm trying to tell you, because I'm telling you off the top of my head. So I'll see they'll put numbers up, and the number will be low, like less than $1 a mile. Like, it'll be like $200 to go like 250 miles. And I'm like, that don't sound right. So when I would normally negotiate, I figured out what they were doing. Obviously, you want to go in, like I say, with a higher bid. Obviously, the the broker, wants to go lower. So they putting it on there, but don't fall all the way for it, because it's like a negotiation tactic. So they put it lower than $1 a mile, so that when you negotiate and you get it to the $1 a mile, you're like, yes, I got it for 95 cents. I got it for $1. For Sprinter van loads, this has nothing to do with when you're negotiating for loads they trying to put on a box truck or a drive in or flatbed. That ain't these loads. I'm talking about specifically for Sprinter. Because you know your boy, I don't always get the ones that say Sprinter. I get them because I negotiate other stuff. But when they specifically say we want a Sprinter van, I'm starting to notice that some of the brokers will put the number low. So when you negotiate and you get to the $1, you like, yay, no, they asked for you, fam. It need to be over the $1. They ask for you. I know fam, and y'all be looking at me, y'all be like, some people, they're like, I would have had to do that load for this. And I'm telling you, like, those times when you're seeing that, most of the time they weren't asking for me. They were trying to partially, and I negotiated above $1. So when you're saying like $1.05, you're like, well, BG, you only did it for $1.10, because it wasn't even for me. I negotiated and gave them all the spiels I've told y'all before. But when they specifically asked for a Sprinter van, those are the loads you see your boy doing that be like the $1.50s, $1.60s, $1.70s. Those are those loads. So what I noticed, one, let's go recap real quick. The courier companies have a bunch of people ringing up the broker at one time, and so the broker's trying to fill all these calls. That's why sometimes they probably be frustrated by the time you get a hold of them. That's why we talk about business etiquette. We discussed that. And then the second thing, they'll also put the rate lower so that you can negotiate a Sprinter van load to $1 when you should already be at the. If they asking for Sprinter van, you should already be $1 plus anyway, not below. The third thing, and I found this out too. I was like, I was calling multiple ones, and I'm like, why are you putting this load for a Sprinter van on here at 35 cents per mile, 40 cents per mile? Because that's what they do when they parcel loads for dry vans, the big boys. When they trying to parcel their loads, it looks like 35, 40 cents. That's why I say we negotiate. But I'm like, you got it on here for Sprinter van. Why are you doing this? Totally different brokers. I'm asking all these questions. Come to find out, and I don't know the metrics. They don't know either. Those same courier companies that are blowing up the phone lines, they're putting it on there at that low thing because those courier companies, come to find out, they might have the software or whatever, AI, all that stuff programmed to where a load pops up, and if it says, say, 70 cents a mile, it automatically makes the phone start calling the broker. So they put it lower at the 30, 35 cents so they don't get all those phone calls. Don't you love AI? All this new AI stuff, man. It's us against AI, basically, because they got the software and all that. So again, the courier company's software, I don't know the magic number. The brokers don't either. So they just put it drastically low when they make it 30-some cents, and that's what they want you to call. And I'm not talking about locally in Atlanta. I'm talking about loads that's going 600, 700, 800 miles. They'll put it at like 30-some cents. When I was talking about the lower number at like the 200, that's because when I was in Atlanta, I was watching, it'll be a load going 100 miles, and they'll be like $50, $75. They will barely get to 100, and I'm like, I don't care if it's going 100 miles. We need to at least already be at 200. We need to already be there. If it's going 100 miles, we need to already start at 200. That was those conversations. Now I get it, going 80 miles, and you probably negotiate to 175, 180, depend on the market, because markets dictates a lot. But no, I was watching, and I'm like, what are y'all doing? And I asked the broker, I'm like, why are y'all, I asked a couple on this question, like, why are y'all putting this rate like this for these loads when they should automatically be at 200 and all that stuff? They was like, we don't have to. And I'm like, what do you mean we don't have to? Like, they already come in, and this is the number that they're looking for. They don't try to negotiate. We've talked about that before, but I'm asking the brokers now because I knew I wasn't going nowhere. So I was just calling and getting information and deny the load because I knew I wasn't going nowhere. For one, the rate wasn't going to be good enough. For two, I knew I was doing research, but I was doing it in Atlanta. I normally do that type of research at the house because I'm sitting in my house. Because when I'm out and about trying to move, but I just didn't see it, and it wasn't sitting right. So I'm like, why? So we got 4 things going on around here, at least in that region that I was watching. But well, one thing is region specific. The first one that's region specific is a lot of people in that area are taking stuff, which is, hey, I'm not knocking nobody. I'm just telling you what my research that I was doing came to the conclusion of. I'm not saying you wrong or not wrong, but it'll be a load that say going 80 miles, they'll be like $75, and people are taking it to go 80 miles. Not knocking nobody. I'm just telling you the research. It could be going 100 miles, and they're like, I'm only giving up 110. Do what y'all will with that information. That's one thing that I noticed around that Atlanta market. It almost started shifting to look like Florida. I don't know if they're in comparison or what's going on. I'm just telling you what that show. The other part is that AI piece. The courier companies, they got a bunch of phone calls, AI, whatever you want to do, whatever the algorithm is for that number. It's automatically spamming all the brokers when they post loads. So it's a bunch of information going to the broker at one time, so they can probably be frustrated by the time you get to them, whatever the case may be. And the second thing, well, that's kind of two in the same, because the other one is the rate that they put on there. They put it real low so they don't get the phone call, because it generates those 10 calls, 5 calls from the courier company. So those two things are kind of, one and one. And the third thing, they putting it below $1 so you can negotiate your way up to $1 to make you feel like, for loads that are for Sprinter vans, not when you're negotiating the other ones. Sprinter van loads, you should already be over $1. In my opinion, do what you want with it. This is just BG sharing the information. But either way it go, fam, I can't keep sitting here and talking to y'all. You basically get the drift. Negotiation, but the main thing, the biggest piece of that takeaway is that AI. Go on against it. It's the world. We know what times we're in. We talked about this in videos in the past. You can sit there and complain about it and miss the wave, and then by the time you get to going, the wave is happening, everything's changed again. But as of right now, ain't no complaining, baby. We gonna get these loads, get the money that we need. That's why we say know your number, because guess what? Don't nobody know your number better than you. Them people that's got AI calling them courier companies and all that, hey, they don't know your number. They just trying to win the load and get you the load, whatever rate they got for you. I don't know. I'm just giving you the information. I hope that information helped, fam, because I got to get the moving. I already got a load. You'll see it eventually, but I just had to tie up the loose ends on this video. So yeah, this video, finito, baby. 525, it's already been in the bank account. That already been not happen. But yeah, that's it. AI. Gotta love it. But either way, fam, go and get y'all some bags. I already got another bag. I gotta get back in the groove. We took too much time off, but hey, that weather, you know your boy, I'm a storm runner, not a storm chasing. The weather was not looking good for me. So yeah, but now it's nice and pretty and it's time to get busy. So y'all be safe out there in that road. Y'all go get your bags. But this video, as far as this video, it's finito. So you already know what I want you to do. Until the next video, y'all stay blessed.
Watch us grow every turn.